Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. In today's video I'm just going to do a quick rehabilitation exercise that I have shown a couple of people over the last month for like what they call kind of shoulder impingement. So I've treated two runners with this. When they're out, particularly when they finish a long run or a hard workout run, that they say that the next day they're getting kind of pain across the shoulder here and they find it difficult to be able to bring their hands fully up into abduction or to bring their arms right up by the side because they feel that there's some sort of a catch or something pulling or tight in there. And in this region here, there's a muscle that runs on there. There's a little groove, there's a little bone that hooks over called the acromion process, and there's a muscle that runs through it, and it is part of the rotator cuff mechanism. So there's a couple of exercises you can do to kind of rehab that, to stretch it and to strengthen it. And if you do those exercises, I'll demonstrate them now, you should be able to get a lot of relief across that kind of sticky or tight shoulder, or a shoulder that feels that it just doesn't want to. People often say that, you know, they'll kind of do this sort of thing because the shoulder won't go up like the other one. So yeah, so just to get a bit of rehab, a bit of strength and a bit of flexibility into the shoulder, I'm going to go through these three exercises. The first exercise I do, and I use a stretchy band for this, so you can see this band is a little bit stretchy. So first one I do, and this is quite difficult, but it's good. If you can get the hang of it, it's good. So I use quite a bit of a gap, so it's much wider than shoulder width apart. And what I'll do then is I'll just take the band and I'll bring it straight over around the back and up. And the reason why I use a stretchy band on this one, there's a little bit of a sticking point where if it wasn't stretchy my arms wouldn't make it. So you can use a broom handle if you want and just go nice and wide and you'll probably get over and back using it. But like I said, for me there is a little bit of a sticking point. If I go out a bit wider on this, I can do it kind of without the sticking point. But I guess if you have the stretchy band, the benefit is when you get to the sticking point, and what I mean by sticking point is the part where it feels like I won't get past that point there, I can just stretch it down if I want to and then bring it down. So it's getting a little bit of strength in there as well as the mobility, which is exactly what you need for in around that junction I was just talking about where the shoulder gets a little bit compromised. So to show you that from the side, it's just taking it there, bringing it back and up. And just over and back. And like I said, if you think you can't do that, just get a broom handle and just go nice and wide, or get a towel, a nice big beach towel, and just bring it a bit wider with the hand position. So that's the first exercise. So the second exercise I would do will be just taking the two hands, keep the elbows in by the side, and what I do is I just pull them apart and back in. Again, it's essential that you have something stretchy for this one. The first one you can get away with it being stretchy, but on this one you need some sort of a band with elasticity in it. So I'm just pulling away and back in. So again, this is a little bit of a strength exercise for across those rotator cuff, the external rotator muscles of the rotator cuff. So it's just getting a good stretch through there. Again, to show you that from the side, just out and back, bring the hands out and then gently allow it back in. Just to get a close up on that, it's just standing there, bringing it out and then back in, out and back in. So that's the second exercise. And then the third one I really like. Again, you don't have to have anything stretchy for this one. A broom handle will do. And what I do with this one is just two hands behind the back. And what I do is just extend the shoulders up as high as they will go. So try and keep the torso up nice and straight. Try and keep the head up. And then just lift the shoulders up as high as they'll go. So that's really starting to kind of work across this area, like where I spoke about, where you get that kind of a sticking point with the shoulder and where you get the pain when you're out trying to do your exercise with it. So again, to show you that from the side on view, it's just lifting up as high as you go. So you want to avoid kind of bending over. You want to just keep your back and torso up straight, keep the head up straight, push it back and down, up and down. So just to do three exercises in each of those. So that's it on those three exercises, very straightforward. Like I said at the end there, I would do like 10 reps on each of them. Yeah, and then if that feels okay, you could do a second set of 10, and then after a couple of days, maybe do them alternating days, and then you can build up to 3 sets of 10. And I reckon by the time you get to 3 sets of 10 of those, your shoulder symptoms should have kind of reduced very much so. If it is the problem we're talking about where you're getting some sort of an impingement in here. So give it a shot, see how it goes, and remember, run far, run fast, and most of all, run sensible.